in a moment.
But first, tonight's guest. Now, Matt, I think you may need this.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it's on.
Over 250,000 singles sold. Christmas #1. 10th winner of X Factor and reigning champion, Sam Bailey. Good. Sam, welcome.
How are you?
I like that. That was really good.
Lovely to see you.
We didn't have any money for the deafs, so I had to do them with a pillow.
With a pillow, but it was
Yes.
perfect. How are you anyway?
Perfect.
How are you,
Enjoyed that.
Sam?
I'm all right, yeah.
I've been excited to have you on since you won. Voted for you loads. But we have to say congratulations.
Yeah, it's been a busy day.
Yes, and we've seen in the paper, of course, you said hello to little Peanut, which is, of course, your little baby scan that
it
you
looks
showed.
like a peanut, so.
Yes.
Yes. A surprise, #3?
Yeah, well, I've always wanted one, so secretly I've always wanted a third baby.
Oh, does this always
Yes.
happen on X Factor when you suddenly get covered in smoke like this? Let me just waft away so that people can see you at home. This is a big moment. Sam's talking about the fact she's pregnant for the third time.
Can't actually see Sam at all.
Yes.
It's not a bad thing.
Just go like
trust
this a
me,
bit.
it's not
Getting
a
there,
bad
we're
thing.
getting there.
There
So
you
the purpose for all this smoke is, of course, you're going to be singing for us later on.
I will be
which
singing
we're very
for later,
excited
yeah,
about.
it's brilliant.
You prefer singing live, don't you? Anyway?
Yeah, I don't. Well, I've always sang like
Yeah.
live, but not like live on TV. So
Yeah.
this is a challenge for me, and I like a challenge. So.
Well, hopefully the smoke will have cleared
yeah.
by the end of the programme and we'll all be able to enjoy it. There we are.
And Sam, I was reading the brief and actually was quite surprised to learn that you fancied being in the army yourself.
I
didn't
did.
You?
I went into the Armed Forces office at the at Charing Cross and sat down and had an hour-long chat. I wanted to be in the RAF like my uncle, so
Right.
yeah, it was a big thing of mine I wanted to do. I was in the cadets as well, air cadets, so.
Well, maybe you can have a game with these soldiers later on now. And just to clarify, not all the team are here tonight, are they?
No. We have some of our players out in Sochi for the Winter Paralympic Games. We have a few of the guys based overseas that couldn't come here, for just a single day, really. But obviously in September we'll have the whole team here and be a much stronger showing on the day.
Well, Alex, you've only got 6 months. Get the training in now, and good luck at the Invictus Games.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And you can keep up to date with all the news about the Invictus
What's the
Games
score?
right here on The One Show.
To us.
And you'll be able to watch all the action on the BBC in September. Enjoy that.
5-3 to us. Now, Sam, we're going to be talking about your new album very shortly. But first, we're going to test your X Factor knowledge. All right? Can you name this contestant from 2011? There we are. Just look down there.
Is that Amelia Lily?
Very
It
good.
is Amelia Lilly, Lost Out to Little Mix and Marcus Collins.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, this is the thing, because during her X Factor journey, she sang a version of a song that Carrie has the story of. Here we go.
A lot of great songs speak of universal truths that we can all relate to, but the best of these are those that give us an insight into the soul of the artist behind them. China in Your Hand by T'Pau is one such song, a tale entwining personal vulnerability and a famous legend, and it propelled Carol Decker and her band to global stardom in October of 1987.
Don't push too far, your dreams are China in your hand.
A UK #1 for 5 weeks, China in Your Hand was written here in Carol Decker's hometown of Shrewsbury with local musician and lover Ronnie Rogers.
We got the attic space, which is a huge 3-bedroom flat in the middle of nowhere, so you can make as much noise as you like.
Yes.
We set up a little recording studio just in the end bedroom up there under the pointy white bit, and we just decided to focus on the writing and get the songs to people.
Come from greed, never born on the sea, took a life from a barrel of land.
So where did the inspiration for the song come from?
Ronnie's mum had given us some parts of a tea service, and I was doing the washing up one day and I sort of noticed this sort of lump in the cup, which I happened to have with me. And I looked and I held it up to the light. You can still see through the sun.
That is stunning.
And I just thought, that is so beautiful. That became a lyric in my head that life is fragile. Your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, everything is so fragile. But the sad part was that Ron's mum, Olive, had got breast cancer and she passed away just before we had all our big success. So it's particularly poignant to still have this.
It was a flight on the wings of a young girl's dreams.
The song's verses are inspired by Mary Shelley's novel about Dr. Frankenstein's disastrous attempt to create a human.
And we could make the monster live again.
The
book, of course, is about Frankenstein. So you've got Dr. Frankenstein creating a monster, trying to play God, create his own son, if you like, and that all goes hideously wrong.
Now life will return in this electric storm.
Ironically, Mary Shelley too created a monster with her book.
She was only 19 when she had the sort of massive success with it, and it was a sort of little bit of sort of pulp fiction, you know. And of course she was married to Percy Bysshe Shelley, and they were pals with Byron, and they were all deeply serious and intellectual. And they were madly jealous of her, and it caused a lot of friction and problems within their set. So it was a bit of a tale within a tale, so, you know, the first...
She creates a monster, and actually it creates a monster.
Yeah, so it was a theme she had on a scheme he had, and that's how the lyrics start.
Tumbled in a foreign land.
Carol was initially worried her song was too obscure.
You know, when you're very specific with a lyric, you think, are people going to think you're insane? And I was trying to make it more universal so people could get that story of be careful what you wish for, because it's all very fragile and it can all go terribly wrong, you know. I mean, it's not a very cheerful song when you think about it.
Don't wish too hard because it may come true.
At the top of the charts, these lyrics began to seem prophetic as Ronnie inched away from fame, the band, and Carol herself.
While it's all going well, it's double the fun, double the support. But when it all starts to unravel, you lose everything. You lose your lover, you lose your best friend, you lose your partner in crime, you lose your colleague. It's a lot of stuff to lose. I got obsessed with trying to get that success back. I realise now, looking back, I didn't have time for the personal side of our relationship. I was all about the business.
Did you ever feel that the lyric had come true?
Yeah, of course. It's hard to hold on to the tail of a comet, really, isn't it? You know, it's hard.
Don't push too far, your dreams are China in your hand.
Ronnie and Carol each found a new partner and started families. But time healed old wounds and they reformed to Pow. Once again, the best of friends.
People still want to hear me sing China in Your Hand. It still pays the mortgage. I'm still out there working, and who'd have thought 26 years later that anyone would want to hear it or see me? But they do.
China in your hand.
I love it. I've been singing the wrong words all this time
Listen,
now, it
I
turns
don't
out.
think anybody knew the words before that film, but there we are.
Very good.
It's amazing, after 26 years. And but that would have been a good song for you, that.
I know,
Sam,
well,
wouldn't it?
because it's already been done, there was like, it
Yeah.
was trying to get me to do songs that weren't done before, so, but I love the song. I love
Anything for a power grab. Your voice is amazing for a power grab, isn't it? In fact, you've got loads of them on your new album. It's
With the
called
power of love, you see, you can keep doing it.
Yeah.
Power
And
grabs.
lots of the songs you've chosen have very personal significance to
Yeah.
you, don't they?
Yeah.
For example, there's a lovely cover of Supertramp on
Yeah.
there. Just tell us the story then behind that.
My dad, I grew up listening to Supertramp, and my dad was a massive fan, so much so that we went to the Royal Albert Hall in about 10 years ago to go and see Supertramp. And one of the songs on the album, called Lord Isn't Mine, is a song from the Breakfast in America album. And it was one of his favourite songs, and he always used to just sit there and do that. And when he passed away, it was played at his funeral, so when I got asked about what songs I wanted to do on the album, that was the one. And I had to close the curtains in the booth because I was literally, you can hear it in some
You
of the
can
words.
sense that
can
emotion
hear
when
it
you
that
sing it,
I'm
though.
sobbing,
you really
so
can.
it was hard to record, but it's my tribute to my dad, and I don't want to just sing a happy song. I want to sing a song people understand exactly how I'm feeling when I sing it, so.
Yeah. And there are other tracks on there that people will know from the X Factor. And I mean, you had such a successful time on there. The judges were incredibly complimentary.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've said yourself, haven't you, that some of the public, you know, weren't so complimentary.
No, I don't think it was mainly about my voice. I think it was people nitpicking. I mean, every time I did something on that show, as soon as I got in the car, I'd get my tablet out and I would watch my performance back and I would rip it to shreds, because that's naturally what I do. So when I get back and I looked on Twitter and people were ripping something else to shreds, I was going, look, I've already done it.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me, I've already done it. But,
And you've learned to ignore all of that now, I guess.
yeah, I mean, I've worked in a job where I've taken a lot of stuff, so, you know, nothing phases me.
Yeah.
And to be
Do you
honest
miss the
with
prison service?
Oh, I miss it, yeah, I do miss it, I really do. So,
What do you miss about it?
I think the day's never the same. It's a rewarding job to be in. people don't really understand what prison officers actually do. They think they've just got a set of keys and walk around swinging them. It's not the case. But I miss the rewarding side of it. I miss working with other people and working with difficult individuals and challenging situations. And I really do miss it. And I don't want to detach myself from it completely.
No.
So there's certain things that I'd like to get involved in. So.
Well, Beyonce's concert, you were invited along to sing there.
What was she like?
I never got to meet her, unfortunately. No, I never got to meet her. But do you know what? I kind of had a feeling before that I wouldn't meet her. I don't know why. I just had a feeling that I wouldn't. But then me, my son and my daughter and my husband got like the best seats in the middle stage where she comes out. And funnily enough, my son, who's like 4, he just sat there on his iPad like that as she was on the stage, just like this.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah.
and then my daughter was like that, and I was just in awe of her. You know, my son missed the whole thing. He was playing on his iPad.
I just think...
I'm like,
I don't know.
what are you doing? It's
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
I think
But it was
Beyonce couldn't
great.
face it that she's not quite as good as you.
Yeah,
I think that's what it
so.
was.
I enjoyed it. When I was singing, I was saying to all the audience, I was saying, look, don't worry, I won't be on long. Let me just get this out of the way. And everyone was just cheering.
You
It was
can
nuts.
rival
It was
Beyonce
amazing.
anytime,
I
Sam.
loved it.
Yes.
Sam's debut album, The Power of Love, is out on the 24th of March.
Now, we hear that you were quite a little karaoke queen, or a karaoke princess, I suppose, when you were little, because it really all started for you, didn't it, at the age of around 14?
I used to go around the shop. My mum used to send me around the shop to get something from the Chinese, from my mum and dad. And whilst I was waiting for the food to be cooked, I used to nip in the pub on a karaoke, sing a song, then go back over, pay, and then go home. And everyone would be like, who was that just come in and sang? And I used to do it every week, so...
Well, obviously, Sharon was your mentor, but we would like you to turn...
From this moment, life has begun. From this moment, you are the one right beside you. Is where I belong. From this moment on, I give my hand to you with all my heart. Can't wait to live my life with you. I can't wait to start. You and I will never be apart. My dreams came true because of you. From this moment, from this I promise you this. There is nothing I will do. This